are learning new ways to can reach people and teach them something and tell them something that will improve our quality of life.
We can replace the bad habit with a good habit using actually a personal example that I think was very relevant for the discussion.
It's not necessarily going to the gym, but doing something you like.
And made us understand that each one of us has bad habits, but there could be ways that we can replace them with good habits.
So we're going to start with something that is more general and allows people to kind of have a perspective on things. So that's why we're going to start with the lifestyle. The lifestyle consists of a few sessions that focus on the relationship of the individual with the outside world, but also with his body, let's say. So, in order to do this, I would like you to think a little bit about health. Yes? So, all the ways in which we can talk about health. And I would like to brainstorm a little bit to get some ideas, and I'm going to write them down here. So, if we're thinking about a healthy lifestyle, what comes to mind? What kind of things come together in order to have a healthy lifestyle? Okay. Sport. Okay, I think we more or less have anything. If you think about something else, you can let me know. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to use a tool, so please keep one piece of paper and pass it on. We're going to use a tool that's called the Wheel of Health. And it's an adaptation of a very nice coaching tool, which is the Wheel of Life. And it works in a very simple way. As you can see, this is a wheel composed from 8 equal parts. What we're going to have to do now is think about the things that we were saying before, maybe find others regarding your own health, and you can write for each area a specific topic. So, if it's sleep, I'm going to put here sleep. So this is going to be my sleep area. If it's about nutrition, if this is important to me and I feel like it influences my health, I'm going to put it as well on the wheel. Okay, so what do we do now? Because we rated all the areas of our lives, we're going to try to see how our wheel of health actually looks like. So in order to do this, we're going to connect, of course, this, you already did that probably, but also this part, yes, the ones that connect the areas, so like this. So in the end, I'm going to have like a very weird pizza. A bit bumpy, no? So life is not going to be so kind with you. You're gonna experience some bumps on the way, which will prevent you from really enjoying life. So, what would be a solution in order to have this ride more smooth?
Try
we will try to find a balance. Some people might say that, well, I can cut down on some of my sleep to make it a little bit more smooth. Well, why? Because I'm gonna end up with a very nice wheel. If I just cut down on exercising, and I shouldn't be aware of my body anymore. Self-awareness, what is that? Doesn't matter, just to get my perfect wheel. That might be a solution. But what would be the problem with that solution? Well, my wheel, in that case, will get very small. So if I want to get somewhere in life, I'm gonna have to put a lot of effort in it, because if your bicycle has this kind of a wheel, you can pedal all you want. It's going to take you around 6 months to get back to the village, and that's not very good. People are going to pass you by and you're, hey, wait for me. So although it might be a smooth ride, just staying in this comfortable little wheel is not going to get you very far. So then the other solution would be to try to increase some of the areas, if not all, to make it as even as possible. Somebody very well pointed out, it's about balance. So to balance all the areas in this wheel. But how do we start? What do we do? There are 8 areas, and every one of them has a lot of work involved. So how should I start? Where should I begin? Well, I don't have it here. Probably the biggest impact would be if I start with the smallest one. For example, friends. I also have to think about how did I arrive at this classification? What did you use? Why is it that fun for me is a 6 and not a 7? Why is it a 6 and not a 9? Okay, in both cases there is need for improvement. But how did I decide? So that's one question that you can ask yourselves. Okay, am I being too judgmental about myself? Or am I being too satisfied with my life so far? If I have like 4 10s, how did I arrive at that conclusion? Is it that I'm really satisfied and there is nothing that I can improve? Or that maybe I can rethink it? So this is one important question for you to reflect upon, is how exactly did I arrive at these numbers? Okay. But now, like you said, if I want to focus on balancing my wheel, I should start with the areas that scored the lowest. And what I would ask you to do now is to identify 2 areas, the 2 areas that scored the lowest for you. Okay? Which will also help you with this is, how can I get from where I am to where I want to be? So now I have the current situation, I have my future plan, but I need a method, I need some objectives. So how can I get from where I am, from 5 to 10? How did you feel during the exercise? How was it for you to identify the areas and to actually rate them?
And good habits, and like I felt I wasn't answering properly, following the instructions, and I was like, okay, but I already answered to that, and did I answer wrong to the first one? Should I answer differently?
First of all, there is no right and wrong answer in this kind of method. The questions are there just to help you identify more clearly the situation. So if you manage to find some habits, that's okay. If you don't, that's again okay. The thing is to describe in your own words what you feel right now about that situation. Try to put some words to the level of satisfaction you already put there, because you have to have a reason why you put a 5 or a 6 there. And you have to think about why you are there. What did you do that made you have this situation? Of course, it might be also the environment, but that's harder to change. If I had to move with my parents, it's not something that, and I lose all my friends, it's not something that I can change, but getting friends, making friends, that's something that's up to me now. Mm-hmm.
So, in my case, self-awareness is something that is a bit up, so I felt easily for me to answer these questions.
Mm-hmm.
But I can understand that it's a good tool to make people think about what they are doing and what they are missing and identify the
Mm-hmm.
areas of their lives, because sometimes it's all a mess and it's difficult.
Okay.